Now, the marijuana business is a quite new business with high-flying stocks, and this is how you can invest in it. Hello there, welcome to another video on investing in the stock market. If you enjoyed, hit subscribe, drop me a comment if you have any questions. So, quite a new and explosive industry over in the US is the pot industry. Now that a lot of states have legalized both recreational and medical marijuana, and there's millions and millions of people buying it. And all the time there's new stocks and new ETFs popping up that you can put money into. Now keep in mind, this is a small industry and it's very risky. Just get that out of the way before we begin talking about it. So let's look at the market. 8 states have 100% legalized it. That's 61 million people living in those states. Not all buying pot though. Medical, so that's for people that use it for, to feel better about health problems. 22 states, so we're at 30 states in total, and that's 138 million people that can use medical marijuana. And of course, the states that has legalized recreational has also legalized medical. So the total revenues of all the pot companies, so that's public and private, is about 8.5 billion. Quite a sizable market, if I say so myself. And it's projected to hit 30 billion by 22. So it's going to increase with 22 billion in just 4 years. It might seem optimistic, but it's not just in these states. Eventually, maybe all states in the US will legalize both medical and recreational marijuana. Now, the largest players, these are the public traded companies, the stocks that you can invest in. We have Canopy Growth, the king of Canada. They make most of the money from Canada, and they are by far the largest player in Canada. It's 6.3 billion in market cap. That's actually quite a sizable stock. This is probably the most stable one of these 4 and the biggest. GW Pharmaceuticals, that's actually a UK company, and I've called it the doctor because they try to find new medical fields where you can use marijuana. So this is strictly a medical play, so it's more of a clinical trial sort of company. Only 3.3 billion. These are all very risky stocks, by the way, small cap risky stocks. Aurora Cannabis, high risk, high reward. This stock is really high flying. It's up and down 10% every month. Only 4.9 billion, but maybe like a mid-cap company. So some of these companies are actually becoming big plays, but it's still a lot of up and down because this is a new market and a lot of people are looking at the business, and there's a lot of regulations coming out all the time. So there's a high degree of uncertainty in this market. MedReleaf is another medical company. This is the youngest one, the new kid on the block. Again, medical play. So this is not just based on the sales of the pots, but also the medical trials trying to find out if marijuana can be used as medicine for different diseases or not, or problems. So those are pretty much the only plays you have to go with. There might be other companies, but these are the pure pot plays. And very recently, and warning, there's a couple of marijuana ETFs. There's only 3. These are brand new and they're very small. They are incredibly volatile. The ETFs are actually just as volatile as the company, which isn't the case in any other industry, okay? Recently, these went down like 15% in one day, so do keep that in mind. We have MGX, aka alternate harvest, 0.79% expense ratio, 1.3% dividend, only $340 million under management. To put this in context, most ETFs have billions, and the big ones have tens of billions. HMMJ, aka Life Science, 0.75 basis point expense ratio, 0 dividend, and 312 million under management. This is in US dollars, so this one is even smaller than that one. And then we have the brand new one, I think, ACT Advisors Vice, 0.75% expense ratio, almost no dividend, 0.17, and only $16 million under management. So these ETFs are the smallest ETFs I've ever seen. They're brand new, but they're growing fast. So if I wanted to invest in this, I would probably either go with just the biggest company, the pure pot play, or I would go with the largest ETF. Because it's already a risky business, there's no need to make it even more risky, but it is explosive, it's growing really fast. So I have no doubt that these companies and these ETFs has a good shot of outperforming the general markets, just by looking at this trajectory. So have a look yourself, decide whether you want to invest. I'm not invested in it, but I'm looking at it. So yeah, good luck, until next time.